Okay. Welcome back to Banished from the Hero Party, Anime Review, episode number 8. This I'm giving my final thoughts on the first season of Banished from the Hero Party. Yes, it's just by sheer coincidence that two anime that I started just this month both have their final episodes aired. Like have like a week after I just caught up with the anime the previous week, and here it's like, oh, the next episode is the last one. Completely unexpected. The only other thing both of them have in common, they're both about the same episodes. This one was about 13. I think like World's Finest Assassin. I think that was like 12, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. This one had 12. But basically the same amount. Though that one ended this last week. Yes. Last week that series ended. Well, the anime. I'm hoping for a season 2. Now, unlike that one, which that one covered the just one book. They covered just the first book the entire season. This season, for this show, they covered the first 4 out of 9 books released. And yes, I say 9 books because there are still 5 books left. Now you might ask, is there enough material for season 2? The answer is yes. Yes, there is. Despite the fact the series covered this anime covered the first 4 books, there is still plenty of material for season 2. I don't see why there can't be a season 2. And you might be thinking, wait, why the heck would they cover books 2 and 3 into 3 episodes and cover 4 in just 2? Well, the thing is, unlike other anime would tend to rush this one surprisingly. Now, unlike the first set of episodes, one that covered the first book, which covered the first 5 episodes of the series, that one, you can definitely tell that they took their time with it, and you kind of tell with episodes 6 to 8, they kind of bit rushed. You might think it rushed, but no, I think they pretty much covered everything. It's the same thing with book 3. They covered everything. They may cut some lines out. I don't think they cut any scenes out, per se. No, they nailed every single scene from the book. I think the only thing they cut from the book for 3 episodes was some dialogue. And that was it. Now, in case you're curious, though, each book tends to have different length each books. The book that covered this episode plus the previous one, episodes 12 and 13, this was only 159 pages. And you're thinking, really? 159? And yet this was given 2 episodes. Well, the chapters are really short. Yes, they are really short chapters. Despite the length of the book, it goes by pretty quickly. I think like the only thing that's shortchanged for this book, adaptation, is just the epilogue. That's it. They may cut some stuff out, but probably stuff they just did over the course of a montage. But I gotta say, for an anime that covered 4 books and 13 episodes, in my opinion, the studio did an absolute fantastic job with it. Yes. Yes, they did. I kind of wish that we would have more. I was kind of surprised to hear that this series decided to abruptly end. Well, this season anyways. I hope there's season 2. Where you have it where, oh, let's have this whole thing covered in just 13 episodes. Like, wow, that's quite something. I'm sure Lex's tip probably felt a bit short-changed, given the fact her character only appears in 2 episodes. 5 and 13. 5, she appeared almost the entire episode. This one, she appeared for like less than 2 minutes. I'm sure she probably felt very disappointed about that. Yes. Now, in the case of the studio who made this one of the studios, Wolfsbane. It's the second show they ever covered. And the other one I probably won't do a review for, which is like Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. I did read the first chapter of this thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be covering this for the reason is because Oh, because you have the characters having sex every episode. And that's mainly the reason for it. That's the only reason why I don't have any plans to cover this one, because it's like, oh, let's have Nick talk about characters who have sex every episode. Yeah, I discussed one basically for this series, but it happened in one episode because it happened in the book and it's part of storytelling. It's not just because it happened because it's part of the damn series. Yes. The other studio that made this one is called Studio Feed. I do not know much about this studio at all. I don't. Excuse me. Let's see. Is there any shows this company made aside from this one I have seen? Huh. I'm looking at it right now. Okay, apparently they worked a little bit of Konosuba, the movie they had. Ghostbusters Wonder Woman Legends of the Crimson. They worked on Love Tyrant. Okay. They were the production company from Naruto Shippuden. Okay. That's a few there. And that's it. Oh, they did work on Psyche animation for, I think it was the third season of Seven Deadly Sins, but that's it. Mostly it seems like the studio just does like the shows I've seen do like in between animation. They work on some tiny bits here and there. Mostly put the seed just partners with other ones, but mostly the main series, the company this is one is Wolfbane. Yes. Do I think we'll get a season 2? I hope so. Especially since well, it's maybe the same type of company that made Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I think so. Let me take a look on here. Let's see. Is it the same type of studio? Well, yes, it is. It's the same type of studio. Kebashi Geisha, yeah, it's the same type of studio that made this one. So it's the same type. So maybe we might get a little bit more time. Basically, not rush for deadline per se. That's what I've heard, anyways. That's what Kaito Animation did, which is a really good studio. They did a really good job. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Yep. Now, am I looking forward to whenever basically the series does season 2? Yes. Yes, I am. You might be asking, Nick, what anime you gonna do next? He just wrapped up this one. Right now I'm working on Live Man. Next one I might do some reviews on. Aside from upcoming ones, which tomorrow I have Shaman King, and well, aside from that, the only thing new I might cover after I finish up Live Man, excuse me, I plan on covering the episodes released so far. It's the first thing I'll do because it's probably not that many released. Though it's been a bit since I've checked it. The first maybe 6-8 episodes of Yashi Princess Half Demon Season 2. I will be covering that next. I'll give my thoughts on those episodes because I didn't realize the dub was already out because I was noticing for quite a while, like, where's the dub? And all of a sudden, wow, we got a dub out now. I'm like, I must not have noticed it. Yeah, and then after that, I'm going to cover the current season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which both shows hopefully won't take me too long. But first, I got to finish up Live Man first. Currently, I have 19 episodes left to go. I may or may not be able to finish it tonight. I don't know. If not, I'll probably cap it off tomorrow. Okay? Now, in the case of the very next video, it will be Live Man when I get his put out. And, of course, Fire Force. They're probably the only 2 videos I'll probably do today. That'll be probably it. Okay? Next video. Bye.